Howdy, hi. This is Dear Job Sports WNBA picks and predictions for Monday, September 8th, 2025. We're looking at the only game of the day. Let's get into the video. All right, so today sucked. 2-5, bringing our season record to only 4 games over 500. It is 342 and 338. Nobody gets taken from or added to the ban list. Today was awful. Our only 2 winners, we had the under 160.5 in the Fever versus the Mystics game. Final score, Indiana 94, Washington 65. So we barely cash on that. Barely, despite there being a 26-point third quarter. Indiana scored 17, the Mystics scored 9. How do you score 9 points in a 10-minute quarter? I will answer my own question. You shoot 44% from the field, 29% from deep, and you have 22 turnovers in a 40-minute basketball game. Kiki Iriafen, 5. Sonia Citron had 7. How do you have 7 turnovers against the Indiana Fever defense? And then you had Shakira Austin with 4. Just egregious level of basketball is being played in Washington. Next, we had Asia Wilson, PR over 34.5. I think this Asia Wilson performance basically locked up the MVP race. She dropped 31 points, 11 rebounds, 12 of 20 from the field, 2 of 2 from deep, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. Currently, the odds on FanDuel, Asia Wilson minus 340. I think Nafisa Collier was like plus 400. Hold on, let me double check real quick. I just had this pulled up. All right, it is Asia Wilson has now been bumped up to minus 390. Nafisa Collier sitting at plus 280. I'll remind you, just a week ago, Nafisa Collier was minus 1100. She is now plus 280 to win it. So, shout out to Asia for getting it done. Now we get to the nonsense. We had the Mystics plus 6.5. I talked about how they scored 9 points in a single quarter. What if I told you they won the first quarter, 20-19? And then they lose the game by 29 points. They lose the second quarter by 8, the third quarter by 8, and the final quarter by 14 points. They let Indiana score 32 points in a 10-minute quarter. Shea Petty, 13. Ariel Powers, 15. Kelsey Mitchell only scored 10. Aaliyah Boston with 12. Natasha Howard with 17. You had Kiki Iriafen 11, Sonia Citron 17, Shakira Austin 11. Nobody else on the team scored over 7 points. Jesus. Next game, some more nonsense. Wings plus 9.5. We had the over 178.5 against the Sparks. Final score, Sparks 91, Wings 77. The Wings had the lead. Did they have the lead? They did have the lead. Midway through the third quarter. They won the third quarter 31-24. Then they just had to go around in the final quarter and lose it by 12 points. They lost the fourth 13-25. Their point scoring went 14, 19, 31, 13. Paige Beckers, I have some questions. She only shot the ball 8 times. Why is Paige Beckers only shooting the ball 8 times? She scored the most amount of points on your team. 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Why is Maisha Hines-Allen shooting the ball 16 times? Why is Maddie Seacrest shooting the ball 14 times? Why is Haley Jones, who went 3 of 9 with 6 turnovers as your power forward? Haley, this is the reason why you've been on 3 different basketball teams this year. It's because you can't hoop. What are you doing going 3 of 9 in 30 minutes with 6 turnovers? Meanwhile, you're the best player on the court, only shoots the ball 8 times. This is a coaching problem. You should be game planning for Paige Beckers to get 15 to 20 shots a game. There's nobody else on your team who can shoot. Grace Berger actually had a respectable game today. 7 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 7 from the field. You take that every single time from Grace Berger. Yeah, I would sign a check right now to have that performance for the rest of her career. And you still can't cover 9.5. This team sucks balls. Final game, you have the Aces minus 16.5. You have the over 116.5. Another just nonsense fourth quarter. The Aces' biggest lead in this game was 25 points. Chicago's biggest lead, 0. They didn't lead once. Final score, Las Vegas 80, Chicago 66. They win by 14. In the fourth quarter, the score was Chicago 16, Las Vegas 10. The Aces scored 24, 19, 27, and 10. Their bench unit came on and did a whole bunch of nothing. Jewel Lloyd, 2 of 8. Dana Evans, 1 of 7. Kia Stokes, 1 of 3. Aaliyah Nye, 0 of 3. You cannot do that as a bench unit. You covered this game the entire way through up until the final 4 minutes where you let them close the game on an 11-0 run. How do you do this? Why must it be so difficult? All right, that's how I go 2-5. Let's get on to the only game we got for tomorrow. All right, so the WNBA blessed us with only one game on a Monday, and it's horrible. Connecticut Sun on the road at the Atlanta Dream. I'm going to reluctantly take the Dream minus the 11.5. I'm also going to rock the over 159.5. The Sun have nothing left to play for, but they did win their most recent game against the Mercury at home. So what I'm reading into this, I really don't know. Sun, they're 11-31 on the year. They just beat the Mercury by 3. Injury news, there is a decent amount. You have Hartley out for the season, Layla Lacan out for at least this game, and then Olivia Nelson-Adota is listed as questionable. So the entire offense is going to once again be Marina Mabry, Tina Charles, and then a mix of the rookies, Sanaya Rivers, Anissa Morrow. Whatever combination of players you think might work out, it's going to have to, which they actually want to put ball in bucket. These two teams did just play a week ago. The Dream won at the Connecticut Sun by 17 points. Dream 28-14. They've won 4 games in a row. Pretty big injury news here. Jordan Canada and Alicia Gray are both listed as questionable. Obviously, those are two very important pieces. If one of them plays, I feel very confident in this hitting. If neither of them play, it all rests on the shoulders of Ryan Howard. And you could also probably argue Bree Jones and Brittany Griner. But it's really mostly going to be Ryan Howard. So that is who we're taking in player props. Give me Ryan PRA over 28.5. With both of Gray and Canada being listed as questionable, it might just turn into a one-woman machine. I'm going to pull up her game log. I don't know if it was her most recent game or 2 games ago. She shot the ball like 30 times. Like an absolutely ridiculous number of times. I remember because we had Bree Jones player props and she didn't hit. Yeah, Ryan Howard's most recent game, 13 of 26 from the field. Alicia Gray did not play. Jordan Canada did play. So even if one of them doesn't suit up, Ryan Howard might shoot the ball 30 times. Her most recent field goal attempts, 26, 13, 16, 16, 22. She has hit this number in 3 out of her last 4 games. And the one she didn't hit, it was versus the Sparks, where she went 7 of 13 from the field, 19 points and 4 rebounds. So if she's getting anything close to 20 shot attempts, which she should be getting if one of them does not play, I think this hits pretty easily. All right, that is going to do it for me in this video. Hopefully I win and don't get absolutely destroyed again, but we shall see. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.